Okay, now it's 10:30 in the United States, New York time, and Taiwan is 10:30 in the evening, and South Korea time is 11:30, and Africa time, Kenya and Tanzania is 5:30 in the afternoon. So, hello everyone, welcome to today's CSW69 online event on intercultural exchange from Asia and Africa. Stories of women's empowerment. My name is Jojo, and I'm honored to be your host for this session. We are here today to listen, learn, and share stories about how cultural exchange can empower women and build peace. The event is happening on Zoom, so before we start, let me go over a few quick reminders. Please mute your microphone during the presentation to avoid background noises. If you have questions and comments, type them in the chat. We will address them after all four speakers have finished. The session is being recorded and all replay will be available later. Now, let me introduce our wonderful speaker. First, we will hear from Professor Song Ki-song from South Korea. He will talk about how intercultural exchange help amplify women's voices. Next, we welcome Lillian Olero from Kenya. She is a primary school teacher who will share how she fosters leadership among rural women. Then we have David Kabambo from Tanzania. David is the CEO of Peace and Conservation and will share his work engaging women in wildlife conservation and gender equality. Finally, we have Vicky Liu from Taiwan. She will talk about how cultural exchange can break prejudice and strengthen understanding. Each speaker will share their story, and after all four have finished, we will open the floor for discussion. So let's get started. Please welcome our first speaker, Professor Song Ki-song from South Korea. Professor Song, floor is yours, please.
Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to meet you all. I am Song Sang-ki. I served as the president of Servas Korea until last year and am now overseeing government-supported projects. This year, with continued government support, we are organizing the Servas International Peace Riding event, an international event that has been held since the 2018 Chicago Conference and the Peace Forum. 7 international members are expected to join, with a total of 35 participants scheduled for May. To ensure the event runs smoothly, I would like to share examples of Korea's government support for African countries and NGO projects carried out in Korea so far. Thank you.
Professor Song, not yet. Your video, not yet. Use the green button, share the button on down. Yeah.
is a government-funded agency that operates grant programs and technology cooperation initiatives to foster self-reliance in developing countries. The Korea NGO Council for Overseas Development Cooperation unites over 140 Korean aid NGOs to fight global poverty and inequality. One example is World Vision Korea, which offers psychological counseling and a safe environment for Adut in Sudan, enabling her to continue her education and envision a brighter future despite experiencing early pregnancy.
There is no sound.
Let me introduce another project. The Girls Sanitary Pad Support Program trains students to sew reusable menstrual pads, ensuring they do not miss school due to menstruation. The Girls Counseling Support Program trains 12 mothers groups in counseling and monitors student attendance to improve school participation. The Social Protection and Income Generation Project connects young girls and women to existing savings groups to help them become financially independent. The Girl-Friendly Environment Project builds toilets, promotes child protection, and runs better sex education campaigns to create a safer and healthier environment. Let's hear a poem by Shamema, a 10-year-old girl from Ghana, called I Want to Get Married. It reveals the harsh reality and desperate voice behind child marriage.
My name is Shamima. I am 10 years old. I want to recite a poem entitled, I Want to Marry. I want to marry, but I didn't say I am in a hurry. I want to wear a pretty dress, that dress called uniform. I want to live in that neighborhood, that place called childhood, where I will dream of the pink unicorn. Before by natural order, I move into adulthood. I want to marry, but I don't want to be the youngest bride in town. Before I might wear a matriculation gown, I want to wear a wedding gown with a halo and diamond crown. But could this be after I won my graduation gown? I want to don my maternity gown, smiling down at my beautiful innocent son. But I don't want to shoot my ambition down in fulfillment of our society's backwards plan. Someday, I want to marry, but most definitely, I'm not in a hurry. Thank you.
Korea Hope Foundation works with local partners to build village communities, helping marginalized people grow economically and become independent. KHF supports organizing residents, setting up cooperatives, promoting income-generating projects, and improving village infrastructure for lasting change. KHF supports organic farming cooperatives for Dalit women in India, helping them overcome poverty and discrimination. They provide education on clean water and sanitation to improve community health and access to medical care. In Uganda, they built solar-powered water facilities to solve the problem of water shortages and contamination. In Endebezi village, Tanzania, they built a clinic and formed a health committee led by local mothers to create a healthier community. To support people struggling with climate change, they promote sustainable solutions like eco-friendly farming, solar power installations, and planting forests to stop desertification. Koika opened a job training center for vulnerable women in Bongo, northern Ghana, helping them achieve economic independence. Koika and Korea Food for the Hungry International built a vocational school for people with physical disabilities in Western Uganda, achieving an impressive 71% employment rate. We will also share a video from Good Neighbors Good Water project called What If You Have 4 Hours? Highlighting the reality of walking 4 hours every day just to get water.
Mutiganda molo lendi anda bunjira mukira siya wenga. Kambo jintu chendi anda maningi kwenga. Kutindenga jintu jibotundira kumananga pati. Kutigandiri amaola olendira yandisha kubalaga pati. Kambo jintu jindi kumanisha pati nkubala hindu hiple. Kutindai hebe yanzuma hindu hinda bala hipiandira kumananga kutikandiri amaola onendi anda kusobana kumaba kura abenzuma ibora chisuwa noncendianisha maningi uchindanisha yindi chitusubana abenzuma ndidakomana kapati jisima olaone ndakuma masomo nijisima olaone ndiandakushanga ndiandakusowa nawaida ndiandakusowa ndiandakuji nandakuhya ndiandakuba abenzuma tigandi amaolaone.
Now, I will discuss the government-supported NGO projects led by Servas Korea. Servas Korea is a non-profit organization registered with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, operating with 10 branches and 250 members. Servas Korea goes beyond simple cultural exchanges between members of different countries, actively engaging in concrete initiatives to promote global peace. In 2008, Servas Korea facilitated the delivery of heartfelt letters from 23 Indonesian workers, and in 2013, from 5 Bangladeshi workers, sharing their lives in Korea with their families in Indonesia and Bangladesh. Likewise, messages from their families were sent back to the workers in Korea. Over a 12-night, 13-day journey, we visited 23 families, traveling from Jakarta to Sumbawa Island in Indonesia. This is a scene where they are preparing a video recording for Indonesian workers in Korea. When delivering heartfelt messages from sons or husbands to families in Indonesia, it turned into a joyful celebration with relatives and many neighbors from the community. Servas Korea also carried out the Love Messenger project for 5 families in Bangladesh, including school visits, mango tree planting, and the distribution of creative educational materials. Sabar's family was able to build a new and beautiful home in Indonesia with the money earned from working in Korea for a year. At the school run by Nazim's father in Bangladesh, school supplies and sports equipment were donated, and a video of the Love Messenger project was shown to inspire many students to pursue their dreams. We planted mango trees at homes and schools in Bangladesh to provide support for the workers' families. We installed solar cookers at schools to educate students on the importance of eco-friendly energy. We visited Asharoy School in Bangladesh, which means dream and hope, where we provided Korean language education, donated creative teaching materials, and supported the Foundation for Creative Education to help students achieve their dreams. Next, let's take a moment to watch the Love Messenger video featuring Momin's family in Bangladesh.
আব্বা নাজিম তুমি কেমন আছো? আমরা সবাই ভালো আছি ইনশাল্লাহ। তোমাদের সর্বাঙ্গীন সাফল্য কামনা করছে এবং যারা আজকে আমাদের কোরিয়ান
আমরা সবাই ভালো আছি। তোমরা কেমন আছো? আজকে যে ওনারা সবাই আমাদের বাসায় আসলো, আমরা অত্যন্ত খুশি। আশা করি সবাই ভালো। থ্যাংক ইউ। হ্যালো মেজু ভাই, কেমন আছেন? আমরা সবাই ভালো আছি, আমি ভালো আছি, আশা করি। আপনার কোরিয়ার পার্টনারদের তো দেখলাম, ভালো লাগছে।
সবাইকে শুভেচ্ছা।
সবাইকে ধন্যবাদ, আর কি বলবো।
থ্যাংক ইউ। ওকে ওকে। আসসালামু আলাইকুম।
In 2013, with support from the Ministry of Public Administration and Security, Servas Korea carried out the Good Share with Myanmar Medical Volunteer Program. The project was organized with the Good Share for Human Hospital team, led by a Servas Korea member who is a doctor. It included medical and beauty services, school craft volunteer work, cooking skills, and remote area medical teams. They provided free surgeries for those who couldn't afford them due to poverty and offered medical care to people in remote areas who lacked access to healthcare. This became a valuable experience in growing together with Myanmar. In 2022, with support from the Seoul Metropolitan Government, 14 high school students from the Mongolian School for Migrants in Korea, along with 14 Servas Korea Cycling Club members, embarked on the Korea Servas Mongolian School Bicycle History Tour. Every 3 weeks, they cycled on weekends to visit historical sites related to the wars of Korea and Mongolia in Seoul and Gyeonggi Province. At the Suchang Memorial Exhibition in Ganghwa Island, they had a valuable experience immersing themselves in Korean culture by trying on traditional Korean clothing, hanbok. To build a closer relationship between the students and Servas Korea members, they also had arm wrestling contests and explored local restaurants together. They paired Korean members and Mongolian students as one-on-one mentors and mentees, fostering mutual understanding and providing opportunities to appreciate cultural differences. Through videos about the war histories of Korea and Mongolia, they deepened their understanding of each other's history and culture, further recognizing the significance of peace activities through cultural exchange. During the event, when a local festival took place, they had the precious experience of introducing the Mongolian school and students and singing the Mongolian national anthem together. Mongolian students gained valuable insights into Korea's development and foreign cultures by riding along well-established bicycle paths and visiting parks in Korea. We also participated in the famous Nadam Festival, held annually at the Mongolian school, gaining a deeper understanding of each other's cultures and traditions. We provided Mongolian students with training in drone-based video filming and computer-based video production programs, hoping to help them set clear career goals and develop into future talents for Servas. Finally, I will introduce the 2024 projects of Servas Taiwan and Servas Korea, the most active Servas groups in Asia. The theme is civilian peace-building activities, and they conducted the Servas International Peace Riding along the Somjin River for 3 nights and 4 days, with members from Taiwan and Australia, continuing the tradition since 2018 in Korea. We actively promoted civilian exchange activities between Korea and Taiwan by facilitating mutual visits between Taiwanese youth and seniors, allowing them to deeply understand each other's cuisine and cultural activities. The first Peace School held in Korea included 10 Taiwanese university students and 1 accompanying professor, with active participation from Servas Korea members in each program. We visited Paju Peace Nuri Park facing North Korea and reflected deeply on our responsibility to contribute to world peace. Running alongside the barbed wire along the Imjin River, we developed an even stronger sense of urgency to take action for peace. By visiting the War Memorial of Korea, we witnessed the immense destruction caused by war and prayed earnestly that such devastation and the loss of peace would never occur anywhere in the world again. We visited a Servas Korea member's house in Yongin, where they had the opportunity to experience Korean traditional food culture by making kimchi, tasting lunch, and enjoying bosam, boiled pork with kimchi and wraps.
Thank you again for providing this such a beautiful place to have a joyful moment and making the process.
By learning K-pop dance from professionals, which is gaining global popularity, they experienced Korea's cultural strengths and realized the importance of various exchange activities for mutual growth. They will never forget the dynamic Korean baseball cheering culture. The beautiful sunset at the Han River, along with the colorful moonlight rainbow fountain, left them with unforgettable memories. For the final event, the students created wooden pens using discarded or unused wood, edited a video summarizing their 8-day program experience, and designed a mind map on a large canvas to reflect on their journey. After the program ended, the students had a more enriching experience through a homestay with Servas Korea, bringing the meaningful Servas Peace School to a successful conclusion. Finally, while watching the video of cycling along the Seomjin River bike road, I would like to make the following suggestions based on the experiences of Servas Korea's diverse programs and cultural exchange activities. First, build an Asia-Africa Servas network based on shared experiences between Asia and Africa, as well as Servas Korea's various NGO projects. Second, develop and implement useful and sustainable programs through network building, particularly promoting leadership among African women and children. Third, through the forum, we must establish support networks based on the discussions from each country. Additionally, retired experts from various fields in Japan, Korea, Taiwan, and other countries should actively participate in building these networks to contribute to world peace through sustainable mutual growth. Wishing for world peace, thank you sincerely for listening to my presentation.
Well, thank you, Professor Song, for your inspiring presentation. You got a lots of credit, and also they want to ask you. Anyway, later, please help to find the video link for the at the chat box. Okay. I have a great respect for Professor Song, who is a former president of Servas Korea and a professor of mechanical engineering at Shenzhen National University. For over 10 years, he has successfully led international Servas project with support from KOICA, Korean government, helping to achieve the United Nations SDG goals Last year, we have one Servas teacher led 10 Taiwanese young adults to join Korean Peace Learning Tour. And I was truly moved and grateful for his contribution. Now, let's welcome our next speaker, Lillian Olero from Kenya. Lillian comes from Ugunja, a rural village on the road just between Kisumu and Busia, near the border of Uganda. Just this week, her village had over 2 days of power outage, showing the daily challenges of living in a sources-limited community. Despite this difficulties, Lillian is not only a special education teacher, but also a mother. She had dedicated her life to helping children with disability and thrive. And let's hear her inspiring story. Lillian, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Should we share the slide or you're playing from your side?
Okay.
I am Lillian. Jojo? I am Lillian Olero, a special needs teacher from Kenya. Today, I want to share how I have tried to foster leadership and development skills in rural women in Kenya. As a teacher handling learners with special needs in the rural part of Kenya, I have tried to involve women and people with disability in different projects to nurture their skills to make a sustainable living. People living with disability are disadvantaged in the society. They don't get job opportunities or manual work. They are considered as outcasts and not productive. That's why I saw the need to involve them in the school projects so that they can be self-reliant. For that reason, I gathered all people and children with a disability and converged them together in a school. The slides below will elaborate more. I built a school through a friend from US, fostering leadership and development in rural Kenya. I built a class through a friend from USA, Ilya Letilia Carson, in the year 2022. The class was incomplete, and in August 2024, I attended a Servas meeting in Mombasa. I met friends from Croatia, Taiwan, Korea, Mexico, and USA. They gave me love offerings, which I did put together with income from sugarcane harvest to fix 5 windows, 1 door, floor, and a ramp. On the left, you can see the classroom, the incomplete classroom, and the lower one at the backside, the 3 complete windows. Why mentor women parents? Women voices matter as they are caretakers. They are better decision makers. They create positive societal impact. They amplify the marginalized women voices. In the pictures, you can see Lillian mentoring women. And the below picture is Lillian talking to the young girls. Role of education in women empowerment, access to quality education, vocational training opportunities, creating mentorship programs for young girls. In the picture alongside, you can see a young girl who worked very hard, and at the end of it, she graduated. And we also have women in vocational training, learning tailoring. And we also have small business associations, microfinances, offering small business loans to women. My community support towards children with special needs. In the pictures, you can see on the right, women carrying baskets with manure fertilizer, top dressing sugarcane so that we get good harvest. In the second picture, it's women harvesting sugarcane. In the last picture is a picture of a tractor transporting the sugarcane to the factory. The above are parents with special needs children from Nyasanda Special Unit in their sugarcane plantation. We intend to use the proceeds of this project to complete our class. We get sugarcane proceeds once in a year, but we try to squeeze it to support our projects. Role of women in my special unit. Escorting special needs students to school and back home. Help in vocational tutoring of special needs children. Cooking for children, feeding poor eaters, helping with feeding program logistics. On the left, you can see a woman with 3 special needs children from school. She's escorting them home using a motorbike. The below picture is the kitchen where we make food for the learners. Those are the parents to the students. And also, you are going to see how, in the videos that will follow, how women help in tutoring special needs children. In the videos that follow, you will see how I have involved women to help me care, nurture, and train children with a disability. From here, they earn a living. There are many other activities, but I have only chosen a few. The chief project I have is growing and harvesting sugarcane. I have 2 acres farm. With the involvement of these women and hired labor, we got a good income. I started the project last year. I harvested it in March and got a substantial amount, though it's a tough job. The amount I got, I put together with the money that I received from Servas, and that is what has helped me to complete the class. Thank you. So that is the class, the front view of the class. Welcome to the videos. Nyasanda pre-vocational class. It is a basketry lesson. We have 3 of our parents who have knowledge and skill in basketry. They help us teach children how to weave baskets, and the end result of the basket will look like what one of the parents is holding. So after making these baskets, we sell them in the market, and the money we get supports us in running the school functions. This is one of our projects that we have implemented to help us raise funds to feed the children in school. We had around 200 poultry. We have sold some, and this is the only number that is left.
This is a pre-vocational feeding class. I am a parent to one of the children with special needs, and in this class, we are teaching them on how to use beads to make ornaments. So we make different ornaments. We have necklaces, bangles, and keychain. So you can see some of our end products are like this one. We have a keychain here. We have a bracelet. Then we have a necklace with us. Some of these students are very talented and they enjoy beadwork.
Activities of daily living, laundry lessons ongoing. This is our special class. These are the pre-vocational learners together with the fundis. They are working together to do the floor. In August, when I was in Mombasa, I got friends from Croatia, Taiwan, Korea, and other continents. They gave me a donation towards the construction of the class. And I have managed to buy 5 windows, 1 door. We are now working on the floor and the ramp. Come May, this class will be functional, and it is going to host all the pre-vocational learners. Thank you, Korea. Call to action. The government should support women leadership programs, advocacy for gender equity, empower the next generation for female leaders. Women should support fellow women in leadership. Education should be offered for all women. Men should embrace and support women leaders. Next. Conclusion. Women leadership is key to societal progress. There is need for policies that support gender equity. Every woman should have the opportunity to lead and make a difference, like Lillian Olero, a teacher in Kenya, who has made a difference in the society and the community where she lives. Thank you so much and welcome. The end.
Thank you, Lillian, for your inspiring story. I'm sure many of us feel deeply moved by your dedication. Now, let's continue our journey along Lake Victoria, the largest lake in East Africa. We travel to its southeastern shores, to Mombasa, the largest city in western Tanzania, and the gateway to the famous Serengeti National Park. Our next speaker, David Kabambo, is a longtime Servas Tanzania member with over 10 years of experience. He is also a social worker who has dedicated his life to empowering others. Let's listen to how he supports local schoolgirls, people with disabilities, and talented artists, turning creativity into real opportunity for women's empowerment. Davy, the floor is yours.
Yes, hello, greeting from Tanzania. My name is David Kabambo, Servas member since 2012. I would like to share my story. So Sophia, can you show screen the video? Hello? Can you play a video?
Yeah, 1 second. I thought it was sharing.
Okay.
Can everybody see it?
Yes.
Okay.
Sophia, we can see it, but it's not playing.
Okay.
Well, can we share ourselves here?
Every time I start to play it, it pauses my screen share. I'm not sure why.
So play the video on YouTube.
Now we can see it playing.
I'd like to share
We can hear it.
Voice for conservation, education, and the woman empowerment.
Can you see it?
My journey was not easy.
Yes, we could see it and hear it.
In a beautiful community, I saw girls missing in school due to the lack of private toilet. I saw disabled children and disabled women, lack of wheelchair, struggling for movement. I saw children with art talent, lack of space to paint artwork. I believe When a community comes together, changes happen. Cultures and empowering women. A Skuma conservationist journey. From a social work to conservationist, transforming lives through education, arts, and mobility. A journey of transformation. I was born in Skuma tribe near Lake Victoria, Tanzania. Passion for community work leads to a care in social work, worked with Plan International Tanzania to uplift rural communities. Advocated for human rights, youth empowerment, and education. A life altering love and loss. Married to Beauty Saru, a dedicated human rights advocate, dreamed of building a family and a better future for Tanzania communities. Tragic strikes during the COVID-19 pandemic. Lost wife and unborn child. Struggled with grief, but found purpose in honoring my wife, belief in empowerment. From a social work to conservationist, enrolled at the African College of Wildlife Management Mweka for the cause of wildlife management. Founded Peace for Conservation, protect elephants and empower local communities' livelihoods. Why conservation matters for communities? Tanzania economy depends on nature-based tourism. Tourists from different countries visit Tanzania to see wildlife. Conservation can create jobs, preserve culture, and improve education. Women and the youth are the most affected by environmental destruction. In Skuma proverb, we say, a home is strong when its women are strong. We have a different projects in a community we implement. Project number 1, private sanitary toilets for girls. There is a problem. Girls miss school due to lack of safe private toilet. Solution: to build sanitary toilet to ensure girls stay in school. The impact: it reduces school dropout during the menstruation period, improve academic performance, and leadership opportunity. A story from a girl education changed. Christina Charles, a 20-year-old girl who used to skip school 5 days every month during menstruation period. After sanitary toilets were installed, she graduated and became a teacher. Education breaks cycle of poverty and empowers women. Project number 2, oil painting residence for artists. There's a problem in our community. Local artists struggle to find the space, resources, and the global exposure. There's a solution we can create. Create an artist residence in nature. The impact: artists created wildlife inspired works, preserving stories and the culture. Arts are bridge between cultures. Taiwanese artists collaborated with Tanzanian artists for art exhibition. Artwork raised awareness and the funds for conservation. We create artists, we sell arts to raise funding for conservation projects in our community. It proves creativity connects people beyond border. Project number 3, tricycles for the disabled, built by the disabled. Problem: lack of access to wheelchair, a challenge to disabled people. Solution: created a workshop where disabled artisans build tricycles. Impact: empowering disabled individual with a job and a mobility. Here I have a story, a new life on wheels. Yohana Limbu, a disabled craftsman who once depended on others, built his own tricycle, regained independence, and started a small business. Used wheelchair to visit the national park to see wildlife. Now he teaches others, proving disability is not inability. How you can make a difference? Visit Tanzania and experience this project face in hand. Support a school toilet, sponsor an artist, and fund a tricycle. Collaborate with Peace for Conservation through Servas International. Call to action. Servas International. Servas believes in peace through culture exchange. Together, we can empower girls, support artists, and uplift the disabled. Let's turn conversation into action. A personal reflection. I dedicated this work to my late wife and unborn child. May their spirits inspire changes. One voice can make a difference, but together we create a movement. In Sukuma proverb, the road might be long, but it is worth walking. Thank you for listening. Welcome Tanzania, a beautiful land, wildlife. You can visit Serengeti National Park. You experience wildlife in nature land. Drop your email, dkabambo@gmail.com. Thank you. I salute. Bye-bye.
Well, thank you, Davy, for sharing your incredible works. If you are
thank you
interested,
too.
if you are interested in Davy's project, please feel free to connect with him directly. So far, we have heard long-time Servas members with over 10 years of experience. Now, I would like to introduce someone newer to the Servas family, but with an impressive background. Our next speaker is the last speaker, Vicky Liu, joined Servas Taiwan in 2019, just before the COVID-19 pandemic. Although she is a newer Servas member, she brings a wealth of experience. Vicky is a retired elementary school principal in Taiwan. She now serves as the CEO of Zhongshan District Senior Learning Center in Keelung and as the vice principal of a community university. Let's hear her travel reflections and experiences. Vicky, the floor is yours. Please. Vicky, 你没开麦。
Unmute.
Okay. Hi. Hello, everyone. My name is Vicky. I come from Keelung, Taiwan. I'm so happy to be here today and to talk about something I truly believe in, how learning through travel can empower women, break a stereotype, and build peace. I work in education for 40 years as a teacher, school principal, and lifelong learning. Education is not just about a book and exam. It's about understanding the world, seeing people beyond stereotype, and learning from different culture. That's why I travel, not just a tourist, but as a student of a lifetime. In my community, I help women grow through education. I believe education can help women believe in themselves, create opportunity for better job and leadership, break the cycle of poverty. Every woman deserves chance to learn, grow, and lead. The picture is our cooking clothes, handmade soap clothes, and hand coffee clothes. Can show the video. We have about the coffee, hand coffee course. Jojo. Jojo.
豆子准备已经表面已经烤到金黄色。
用陶锅小火慢炒15分钟，亲自体验从浅烘焙到深烘焙的过程。
第一泡是中培，
亲自炒咖啡还要学磨、冲泡，咖啡要好喝，每一个步骤都有学问。
Last year, when I retire, I asked myself, what does travel really mean to me? I didn't want to just see places. I want to connect with people. Travel is not about taking photo. It's about making friendship. So I joined Servas International, a global network that connects people through cultural exchange. I joined Servas International, a global net, and I connect with cultural exchange. Through Servas, I stay with local family, not hotels. I share myths, stories, and traditions with people from culture different. This kind of travel change, heart and mind, is teach respect, understanding, and friendship. My first cultural exchange was in Korea. Korea is a nation of readers. People read everywhere, even in shopping mall and public park. This spurred me to promote lifelong learning in my own community. I like visit traditional market to learn about the local life. When I visit traditional market, I saw women running business, women selling food and supporting family, women as the backbone of the economic. Woman strong is not just office, it's in every part of society. In 2024, Korea Servas member visit Taiwan. We share story, ideas, and traditions. We learn that friendship can go beyond work. Now let's watch TV. No TV? Okay.
中山乐龄舞蹈班以优美的舞姿，热情的欢迎韩国贵宾，为社区注入了国际化的新活力。
今天非常高兴有韩国来的乐龄族到我们中山乐龄学习中心来交换文化交流。我把这个国外的文化带到我们乐龄中心，让这些长者呢也能够体验到不同的文化。那这些韩国人呢，他有表演他们的茶道，表演他们的歌曲，还有介绍他们韩国的文化。
这是韩国的茶道的老师全东福，他特地把这个茶道的这个陶器，然后赠送给我们乐龄中心的主任。
来自 Servas 韩国的乐龄族成员介绍了韩国的茶文化，并进行诗歌朗诵，展示韩国的文学艺术。
반갑습니다. 한국 서바스 회장 송상기입니다. 한국 회원들 10명과 또 대만 회원 그리고 우리 시니어 센터의 여러분하고 문화 교류를 해서 찾아왔습니다. I came here. I see. Wow, this wonderful organizations.
I met many Taiwanese people. I felt you are very, very kind and polite. So I am very happy to with you.
中山乐龄中心也精心准备了台湾特色美食，同时带韩国乐龄族成员参观百米瓮炮台，体验基隆的历史文化遗址和壮丽的海洋风光。
大家活动啊，我们中山乐龄收购很多，希望以后有机会的话，再办这种活动。今天非常欢迎韩国朋友来这边认识韩国的茶道，还有美丽的风景，他们拍了很多照片给我们看。也希望将来有机会的话，我们也可以到韩国去跟他们交流，
促进台韩两国乐龄族之间的友好交流，为长辈们创造更多接触世界的机会，让晚年生活丰富精彩。记者蔡小军基隆报道。
Vicky, be sure to unmute. We can't hear you.
Vicky 开始讲喽，影片放完了。
好，那我再一次 share。OK，OK。My second journey was to East Africa, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. At first, I was a little afraid. Africa feels so unknown to me. But when I arrived, I was welcomed with warm and smile, kindness, and amazing people. Africa is not just one we see online. It's full of energy, culture, and hope. Africa, when I saw children in Africa village, I thought Taiwan 50 years ago. Kids generally walk barefoot, use clothes. This photo is me. I was holding my little brother and my four sisters standing next to me. We wore slipper and old clothes, but we are poor. But my parents really care education and believe that education can change children's future. So we work very hard. Life was simple but full of hope. We think education changed Taiwan. Africa can too. African women amaze me. They carry heavy baskets on their head with grace and skill. They work, take care of a family, and support their communities. They are strong, hardworking, and full of spirit. Women are the foundation of every society. I met Lillian, a teacher in Kenya. She had no money, no resource, but a big dream. She built a classroom for disability children. She believed that education can change children's future. She is a true example of a woman's power. I also met Devi from Tanzania, who is speaking today. He is building toilet for school girls. Many girls drop out of school because they have no toilet safe for women. His work helps girls stay in school, graduate, become leaders. Learning through my travel, I learned that people everywhere share the same hope. We want a good future for our children. We want to live with dignity, and we all want peace. We travel with open heart. We stop seeing others as different and start seeing them as a friend. Servas is not just about traveling. We help achieve the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Quality education, learn for everyone. Gender equal empowerment women. Partnership for a better future. Working together for peace. Every Servas member is part of a mission. Want to make a difference? Here's how. Travel with learning. Connect with really people. Host someone. Welcome visit and learning from them. Support a woman's education. Help a woman grow and live. Join Servas. Be part of a global peace movement. Servas is a global peace network. It's connect culture. It's break stereotypes. It's create friendship that lasts forever. You can be part of this movement. I want to leave you with this message. A small step in understanding can lead to big change in the world. Let's take a step together. Thank you. 감사합니다. 감사합니다. And 谢谢 and asane sana. Join Servas. Stay connected. Follow us. Keep learning. Welcome to Keelung. Let's learn together, grow together, and support each other in Servas International. Peace is not easy, but it's a dream worth working for. Thank you.
Thank you, Vicky. Thank you for your wonderful presentation. Thank you all for our wonderful speaker for their inspiring sharing. And since this is the last final Servas session at the CSW69, I see that many of you who care deeply about women's empowerment have joined us today. So it's wonderful to have such an engaging audiences. And I also see some great questions come through the just a personal private to me. And let's start with the question for Lillian from Kenya. Lillian, here is a question for you. How do you face challenges while working on your projects and supporting learners, especially in your rural community, to help those disability children? Is not so easy. Please share your thoughts with us. Thank you, Lillian, please.
Yes, I'm Lillian from Kenya. Jojo, thank you for the question. In fact, I go through very tough challenges, especially on the children. When I do those projects, sometimes I fail. Recently, we had so many chicks. We bought a vaccine that had expired and almost 50 chicks died. It was a loss in our profit. And sometimes we make baskets, we make those artisans, and we sell them at throwaway price because of the lack of market. So sometimes we sell things at a throwaway price because we need to put them off. And also, when we farm sugarcane, it was the first time. So I've not had a very big challenge with sugarcane, but the biggest challenge is that my farm is very far. So when we are going to the farm, we walk a very long distance. So sometimes we use taxis, which we pay. But the goodness is that the sugarcane is paying. Now, for transporting children to school, that is now the greatest challenge because we spend a lot of money. Our expenditure is very high because I get some children, their homes are over 20 kilometers away from school. Now we go home, bring them from home, we bring them to school, and we send them home again. So sometimes it is a challenge, but we are struggling. It's just a struggle. It's not an easy work. Yes.
Yes,
Are you convinced?
Yes. It's not so easy. So many difficulties. And so that's why Servas International, we are a global family. So we will support each other, not mentally, but also material supporting. So whoever were interested in Lillian's project, please contact her. Okay. And here is a question for Professor Song. Because you have done so many projects. So in the past more than 10 years, in your experience, what are the biggest challenges in promoting intercultural exchange for women's empowerment, and how can you overcome them, those challenges in your Servas Korea? Please share with us. Thank you.
It is difficult to this various projects through simple exchange between members in different countries. So it was possible through utilizing the expertise of members, such as doctors, and cross solidarity with other organizations. The Love Delivery Service project was carried out in collaboration with the Sacheon Migrant Workers Center. And the Myanmar Medical Service was carried out with a hospital group run by a Korean member who is a doctor. Through experience with various organizations, we can now carry out various programs such as cycling, peace school, and peace trekking as our own programs of Korea Servas. I'll try to help you whenever you need it. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Professor Song. And here is a question for David Kabambo. Seems like your project support schoolgirls, people with disabilities, and local artists. What impact have you seen in your community, and what more can be done to ensure the long-term sustainability of these efforts in your country? Please, Davy.
Yeah, thank you, Jojo. So let me speak for the school toilet project construction toilet paper. The impact, it helped to reduce school dropout. So before having a toilet in schools, many girls was dropping in school 3 days per month. Also, for disability, we help accessible movement. We give a wheelchair. The people with physical disability to be accessible, their movement. Also, during the workshop, some people with a physical disability employed in the workshop, the manufacturing wheelchair, and then any income they get a profit for their family. Also, they can use the wheelchair to visit national park to see the wildlife. In issue about the arts painting, we know lack of center or art space to paint artwork is a challenge in our community. So having a center in our community, it will help us use from the community to paint art. The impact, they will any income for sustainable, also employment, the selling arts to tourists who visit in Serengeti National Park. How the project can be sustainability? We wish our project to be sustainability. So first, we engage community as ownership in the project. From the beginning, they're starting. For example, during the construction of private utility, we engage community members, collecting sand, fetching water for construction. So they feel as the ownership. Also, we do training in the capacity building. It's only capacity in awareness, but we give a woman a leading the project. Also, we look about partnership and the funding. So we search partners, donors who can help in our project. We thank Taiwan community they're supporting it to purchase the 3 wheelchair. And also, we hear a story from Servas Korea. They're intending to donate a wheelchair to the community. So this is our sustainability. Also about woman empowerment. We empower women from the children in their community to lead the project. It's not like the elective, but to be the ownership of the project. Thank you.
Thank you, David. I hope here is some question for you, but I think you already answered that question. I hope the question is talking about the painters, how you can support local artists to have a longer plan. Yeah, I think you just mentioned about that. So now we have the last question for Vicky.
Yeah.
Vicky, you are the newer Servas member, but also an expert in education. Many people travel for fun, but you just mentioned, you travel is not just for fun, but as a Servas traveler, how can we make our trip more meaningful? You just mentioned, so can you address more, and how can traveler find ways to contribute and make a difference during their journey, especially when visiting Kenya and Lillian's school? So would you please talking in more detail about this? Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Jojo. This is a good question. I believe that every traveler has something to give. No matter their background, Servas traveler is not just about seeing places, and but about connecting with people, sharing experience. When visit Kenya, Lillian School, or her community, there are many ways to contribute. Share share your knowledge and skill. If you are a teacher, you can visit the school and share teacher methods with a local educator. If you are a business professional, you can inspire young students by talking about leadership or career planning. Even if you don't have a teaching background, you can still read stories, play educational game, or simple talk to students in English to help them practice. Two, support a woman's leadership. Talk with a woman in community and listen to their challenge. Share idea on women's empowerment, leadership and financial independence. Encourage your young girls to dream big and believe in their potential. Bring useful learning materials. Many rural schools lack books, stationery, and learning tools. Travelers can donate simple materials like notebooks, pencils, or educational book. Even a small contribution can make a big impact. Learn from the community. It's not just about giving, it's also about learning. Servas travelers should take time to understand local culture, traditions, and challenges. Respect and humility are key. Sometimes just listen and sharing story is the most powerful way to connect. Finally, traveling with Servas means building friendship and create impact. Even a small effort, a conversation, a lesson, or an act of kindness can empower women and inspire next generation. So if you visit Kenya, Lillian School, or any local community, I encourage you to travel with a purpose and make every moment meaningful. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Vicky, and thank you to our 4 inspiring speakers today, Professor Song, Lillian, Davy, and Vicky, to sharing their powerful stories about women's empowerment through culture Exchange. I also want to extend my heartfelt appreciation to Servas International Group and all the dedicated volunteers who made this event possible, including Paige, Sophia, May, a lot of the people. Thank you very much. At the last, I would like to quote Tiger. Let us not pray to okay, there is a video. Okay, so Sophia is going to play. And thank you all for being part of this special event. May our journey continue to inspire and connect people for peace. And I hope to see you again next year. Thank you. Thank you.
走吧，为生活走总，现实理想是无同方向的路，一张车票，回来我的故乡，亲爱的时代，多谢恁的请邀。
Well, see you next year. I wish everybody as a light, and because you light others' road and then inspire other people, and that is a love and peace. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. You're my model. I'll follow you.
Thank you,
Bye.
Bye. Thank you. This has been
so
one of the
much.
best
Lots of
sessions.
love.
Bye.
Asante sana. 감사합니다.
Thank you, Jojo.
You're welcome.
This has been one of the best sessions. I've sat in on about 40 last week and this week, about 40 different sessions. This has been one of the best sessions. Thank you so much.
Yes, that's it. Thank you, Jojo.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Very appreciate.
Thank you for your organization. It's great. You're such a great woman.
Yeah. Let's
Thank
do
you, May.
it. Thank you, May. Thank you, Paige. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Great
We'll
job.
see you.
You are welcome to show up now. Then we will leave your image on the YouTube.
Thank you. So we can go now.
Solomon. That's Solomon.
Yes, how are you?
How are you?
How are
Ah,
you?
it's long.
You're welcome to turn on your camera.
Paige, how are
each
you? I did
other.
greet you.
Hello.
Congratulations to Dalton.
Yeah,
would-
he's in Nairobi. I'm
Yeah.
at home.
New National Secretary of Kenya. Congratulations to all the family.
Okay, thank you. Welcome.
Okay, I'll do a photo if you turn your camera on. Anyone who would like to be in a photo? All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right.
Thank you.